Hello, beautiful, amazing, fantastic world, and you, wonderful, wonderful individual. Today, I would like to speak about spirit, the creator of substance. Well, both figuratively and literally. For when we look out with our sense perceptible organs, we do see, well, the physical, the mineral, the plant and the animal, the human kingdom. But we do not only perceive with our senses that is outwards and and then reason thereafter. We also have inwards. That means focusing on inwards and perceiving with feeling, perceiving with sensing with our emotions, and also finding the hidden will, or at least being able to perceive it indirectly. You do so by perceiving what kind of actions you do. But in our feeling is truly where we can strive towards, again, connecting to the spiritual world. For in our feeling, and not in some hazy, mystic, abstract, where you cannot at all understand any of it, you fall away in a certain complete ecstasy or any of these types of states of being, really. It is truly to anchor and to ground being conscious in our search and striving for understanding the spiritual, so we can just as well describe it with our language as we would describe a rock, a tree, an animal, or human appearance, and so on. It is truly difficult because it is not visible to us otherwise. It truly is something that is coming inward, from the inwards, from imagination, inspiration, and intuition, and from our higher pre they are pre-installed there until later times, and we can unfold the rudiments of them in this incarnation, and that is what we are doing slowly over time. Some are completely unknowing to this, but right now we are in an age where we truly are to awaken conscious, awake, inner life again, inner spiritual life that allows us to work outwards into the physical, into spiritualizing the physical. Because in the end, the physical will fall away and we will be more spiritual as entities in the first place. We will not be needing the physical aspect anymore, because we have gone through the certain development stage that is earth, that is this physicality. But as I digress, to come back into emotions, into the feelings, into the heart, you can again warm up and bring color and personality to the world, to everything you do, to who you are. And since you are connecting to the spirits of personality, you are forming and shaping in alignment with the higher realms, within the moral, within the good. Of course, unless you follow spirits of temptation, the backward spirits. But if you are following along with the good, the true, and the beautiful, the moral, the warm and inclusive and sacred and divine, it is not a doubt at what kind of underlying feelings you get when I speak these words. It brings such a feeling of awe and inspiration, unless of course one is not connected and tapped into it, and then you do not feel anything. But that is the freedom we have to allow ourselves to feel these things in the first place. And with imagination you can, well, bring life and pictures and enlivenment to it, so that you can bring pictures to the warmth you are feeling in what you are, well, inspiring to, and intentionally trying to focus and have a perspective and a perception on. But it truly is about training and practicing these things and knowing, what are we? Who are we as human beings? What are we capable of? What is the many different ways of seeing the world? And how can we be as malleable and flexible and formable as we can within this physical vessel that is otherwise, in the physical sense, pretty slow. But in the spiritual we are fast as the wind. And it is about being able to unite these two things so that they can work as best as possible with each other, because we belong to this earth development. We are here, everyone, and we have built up everyone individually, karma, and with all this individual karma collects to a collective karma. So we all are working towards striving to overcome this earth karma. And by following the true, the good, and the beautiful, the spirits that inspires you to be curious and to also at the same time follow the narrow path, to not take shortcuts, to not be tempted to do something, well, insidious with what you are learning, what you are in grace given as perspectives and understandings to life, to the cosmos, to anything truly. As long as you strive to help and inspire others to become individual and to find their freedom, to find your freedom within yourself, and to find truly your strengths and also your weaknesses, and to overcome them, to strengthen your inner being, and to become better and better as an individual, free human spirit, despite the body slowly but surely ebbing away. You become stronger and stronger in soul and spirit. And before you know it, you have a body which your spirit can dwell within when your physical body is becoming more and more decrepit. You yourself become stronger and stronger consciously within a more spiritual body you have built for yourself over time, over meditation. That is the higher members of your physical body, your mineral body, your etheric body or plant body, life body, and your astral body. And these becomes, when you have worked upon them over a period of time, they become your ennobled versions of these. So your astral body becomes the spirit self, your etheric body becomes life spirit, and your physical body becomes spirit man or spirit human. But the spirit human is the last of the faculties and members we are going to inculcate and build into this development. It will take a long time before we can only find the rudiments of being able to forming and shaping the physical like that. But we need to first ennoble and purify and transform our astral body, and then our etheric body first, because our physical body is what takes the longest, and without having transformed the astral and the etheric bodies, we will not be able to transform the physical, because we will, despite having become very spiritual, we are still kind of the same in the physical. So one needs to take it slow when it comes to a certain aspect of this and not jump to conclusion so quickly. But to practice and train and to, well, be studious, be curious and wondrous, and have a certain awe for all of the, so much when you know that what you can perceive with your senses is spirit. Spirits of wisdom, form and movement. Everything that moves has spirits within them. Everything that shapes itself has form, is spirit. Everything with different types of forms that they can take different variable shapes of form in the first place is spirit. Fire, earth, air, water. Yeah, all of them are spirit. But it is about to find out what types of spirit, how can we categorize them with our own conscious, awake being and connect to them again in a real sense. For if you only use our intellect, our head faculties alone, we will not see anything but dead images, pictures, and shadow thoughts of what truly is reality. But when you connect emotion and love, compassion and warmth to reality again, you connect to something higher. That is where you again connect to the Christ, to love, morality, to the Devakan. And that is where the higher beings are, where that truly is shaping and creating reality. The higher spirits, the creator spirits, which is helping shaping reality, and also the highest, the first hierarchy, the thrones, which sacrifice their will substance, their warmth substance, to be able to, so that lower beings, and when I say lower, I mean very much higher than us, but the lower hierarchy, you have the first, second, and third hierarchy, and the lower hierarchies are working upon shaping this and to become what it is. And because we have only used our senses and our reason to perceive this physical substance, they are the spirits that have created it, that are this substance, are enchanted in a sleep, in a slumber, in a sense, since we cannot perceive them. But when we learn in freedom, in consciousness, to perceive them again, we release them from their enchantment and allow them again to enliven the reality around us. And I will leave you with this. That was, of course, just an example of spiritual life and wonder you can connect to with your imagination, that is real at the same time, connected to the reality we see outside. So we do not just fly away in a fantastical abstract place, but truly connect spiritual to the physical, to reality again, and allow it to work within and outside us and reality and the cosmos. So it really can become the hierarchy again. May Father, Holy Spirit, Christ, Michael, ancient masters of old, ancestors from every incarnation, seraphim, cherubim, thrones, kyriadetes, dynamis, exousiae, archai, archangels, and angels, bless, protect, guide, and love you, and may you be safe and be provided for, so that you can survive, live, and thrive, and be creative and inspirational to others. And may you be warm-hearted, and loving. And I send a good prayer to you. Thank you. Love you. Goodbye.